Well, hello. Apologies, I have not been around because I've been, in the words of my mum, proper poorly. Still am, to be quite truthful, but I thought I'll rally up and I've actually got dressed in your honour today, so think yourself lucky. Well, it also, I mean, thank you very much for everybody who's been making lovely comments, so I believe, but I've just not been on Facebook. I've just not even been bothered about, anything like that, which is unheard of for me. Just not been near my grocery, not been near anything. I've managed to reply to text to people on my phone, even though it's been a bit like that because I couldn't see them even with my glasses on. Well, what happened? First of all, it's got nothing to do with any of my medications. I know certain people have wondered if it's my medications and that. No, it's not. I actually only took one of those new tablets and I didn't take any more, so it's nothing to do with that. It all started sort of Friday. Well, it really started Thursday, I presume. I didn't feel well on Thursday, but not anything, because I made a video, didn't I? But not anything you could put your finger on. Friday I started to feel really bad, but I still had something to eat. By the time it got to about 6 o'clock-ish on Friday, it started, the trips to the bathroom. Don't go into detail, but you know what I mean. And I just felt so terrible. My stomach was on fire. It absolutely hurt like hell. I was sweating buckets. Well, I'm going to call it my pheromones. My pheromones were raging because it sounds really nicer, doesn't it? And so I thought, oh, this is just ridiculous. I'll go to bed. So I went to bed and it was still carrying on and I still kept sleeping. I had the most bizarre dream. Woke up in a swimming pool, literally. I thought, this is not right at all. Tottered to the bathroom, still wasn't right. So I came downstairs, so I did go on the PC, I tell a lie, but not onto social media. I just went onto Google, symptoms, what could it be, And I couldn't make my mind if it was food poisoning from what I'd eaten or what it was. So I'll dial the 111 and they were wittering away and they said, have you been this, have you been that? And we suggest you call 999. So I thought, oh, right, okay. So I'm 74, never called 999, never had an ambulance to this house in all of my life. So it was a complete new experience because I really don't believe in it unless you can't get there yourself. But I was very, very wary of calling a taxi, and going down to the hospital because of, what's been going on with COVID and stuff. Anyway, the ambulance men came, suited, booted, gowned, whatever. Oh, where's the pandemic, So I sort of let them in, and then from then on it sort of becomes a bit of a blur because at some stages I was wondering why are these men in my house, But they're looking after me, so it must be fine. They were taking my temperature, which was 103. They linked me up to a heart monitor machine and they said my heart rate was going too fast. And they were getting a little bit concerned. They started opening doors, windows, everything. They said I was very flushed. And anyway, they had a conversation with their big boss after they'd done all these tests and that. And they advised them not to bring me in because if it wasn't COVID, then I certainly would have COVID by the time I got into hospital because that's the way it was. So, I mean, they were lovely. They stayed with me probably about an hour and a half. They gave me paracetamol and they kept monitoring me. Temperature was, of course, was coming down because they'd have the windows, doors, everything open in the house. And they finally decided they thought it could be norovirus, which is like a kind of a gastroenteritis. But they couldn't rule out COVID because they didn't have the testing stuff. But they didn't want to take me to hospital to get me tested. So they decided, well, with the consultation of their whatever it was, to treat me as not having COVID. And to leave me at home with the instructions that if I was to feel the slightest bit worse or anything like that, I had to ring 999. So off the toddles, and then sort of the sort of hallucination kind of set in. I've been on some wild trips, I tell you. I've been on some weird dreams. My son rings me up to see where I've been the night before, if you know what I mean. Fun fairs I've been on. I've been fighting green slimy icicles. I've been roaring down motorways with lights flashing. Oh, you name it, I've been. I can understand how the people in the 60s used to feel when they, I've never taken drugs like that, but if they took like, mind-altering drugs like LSD or something. Oh, it was like a whirlpool of lights and brights and everything whirling and whizzing. And then I was having dreams about people who are long dead, but aren't dead in my dreams. And I was having arguments with my mother, saying I'm 25, I know how long I can look after myself now. And at 25 I was married with a child. They were all dreams. Sort of weird. But every morning I was waking up in the swimming pool, soaking wet. And I was getting really to know my pheromones by this time, because it was like, oh, don't come near me because I can't even stand myself. Anyway, yesterday morning I sort of tottered up. And I thought, no, this can't go on. I can't stand the pheromones. And I was looking around for something to sit on if I got in the shower. And I thought, no, I'll just hang on the shower and hope for the best. So I got in the shower. Felt marginally better for a little while. And, I didn't get dressed again. I just put clean on, which was a relief. I decided to try and strip the bed, because the bed by this time was sort of going I've got an under duvet thing, which is like a mattress protector. And it's a good job I had that, because honestly, it just soaked up everything, if you know what I mean, to be too graphic. But God knows what the mattress would have been like if I didn't have that. Anyway, I felt okay for a little while. Feeling okay. But then gradually, as the day went on, it was like, no, she's not feeling okay. She's going to go to sleep again. So that was yesterday. My life, however, has been saved by the humble boiled egg. Because a chopped up boiled egg, free range brown egg, which we can get in the UK, free range brown egg, chopped up on dry toast, has been my saviour. I've managed to eat my way through 3 of those, on different occasions, 3 of those, and a couple of dry cream crackers. And also they had said that I could have diluted fruity drinks. That much I had remembered. But obviously no coffee, no anything that would stimulate the stomach. So I have been doing that. I've been drinking the local reservoir dry. I've been having little conversations with people on the phone, although it has been a bit sort of hit and miss. Because even with my glasses on, I couldn't read the text. I practically needed binoculars on to read what people had written to me. And, but as for going on the PC, sorry everybody, but social media is not my thing at the minute. Not touched any crocheting since last week. Not even touched any medication since last week. Had a whole week without anything, because I figured that I could not be diabetic with nothing in my stomach. So my son's been ringing me up, and I was discussing things, and his wife was medically trained, she was a nurse and stuff. And so she said, no, don't take your diabetes medicines, because it could send you the other way. could send me like low, low sugar, which would send me even more dizzy. Oh, I've been having some wonderful roundabouts when I've been coming down the stairs. It's been like, I mean, I'm trying to make light of it, but gosh, I have never been this ill. I've had gastroenteritis before in the past, but not like this. I mean, whether it's because I'm 74, getting older, got more health issues, finding it more difficult to shrug things off, I don't know whether that's been what it's been. But honestly, there were times when I doubted I was going to come out the other side of this. I was quite truthful, and I was sort of like hallucinating, oh, my son's going to find this and that and the other when he comes in when I've gone, And in my mind's eye, I'm like tidying up, if you know what I mean. It sounds stupid, but you have such hallucinatory sort of thoughts and dreams when you're not with it. In my mind, I'm tidying up this and I'm tidying up that and I'm moving this, and I thought, oh, I can't have this and I can't. And of course nothing got done because it was all in my head. So my imaginary list of things that I would like to get done is growing ever longer in my head. But it's made me sort of think about, my life and the way it goes and what I'm going to do in the future. It's made me think because I've had nothing else to do but lie in a chair, sleep or think. And, what I really want to do. I hope my Claudia will come back, but I don't seem to have at the moment any business thoughts, they're just gone from my head. They'll probably come back, so watch this space. I'm not saying I'm giving up everything. I'm just saying at the moment I can't think about it. Just cannot think about it. Will I be on Saturday on my live? I can't tell you at this moment in time. If I'm feeling better, I will do it, but please accept my apologies if I really don't. Or if I make a lightning appearance and don't stay on. I know a lot of you love it, and I know a lot of you look forward to it, but if I'm just not up to it, I just don't feel like putting myself through it, so I hope you understand. So anyway, that's enough about that. I was going to go out in the garden, because my flowers are lovely and everything. But I just totter out onto the decking, sit for a few minutes and think, that's enough now. You need another sleep. I mean, I'm actually getting sort of angry at myself for sleeping so much, so maybe that's a sign that I'm on the better side, yeah. Mentally, I'm on the much, much better side. But I'm still waiting for my body to carry up, keep up. As soon as my body says, keep up, yeah, then I will. I mean, I did try a little bit of broth at lunchtime. It was only like a part little cup. And already I can feel the burning across my stomach and I'm thinking, no, hope not. Oh boy, anyway, I hope all of you are keeping well. And thankfully, as far as I know, no, I didn't have COVID. As far as I know, it was norovirus, gastroenteritis, whatever you want to call it. It was that. So if ever the test comes out in the future when you can test yourself if you've ever had it, it'd be interesting though, to take the test just to find out. My niece has been an absolute star, as usual. If you could name her for Star of the North or whatever, I could name her because she's been so brilliant. Everything I've ever wanted or asked, even the most stupid things, she's done it for me. I mean, half the time when I was asking for things, I think I was away with the fairies, She'd arrive at the door with this, and I'm thinking, did I ask her for that? But she's been an absolute star. With, all the socially distancing stuff and everything like that. Anyway, my son and daughter-in-law are going to come this weekend if I'm up to it. They will be socially distancing, of course, just in case, because if it was any trace of COVID, I've got to keep myself away from everybody so many days or whatever. So just in case, I will observe that. They said they're going to deep clean my kitchen, because if it was norovirus, it could be something in there. So they're going to deep clean it all. Because let's face it, I'll hold my hand up, I'm a little bit slipshod. Yes, things get washed up, things get moved, but I'm not Mrs. Clean, you know what I mean? Nothing's spotless. You couldn't eat off my worktops or anything like that. My son, he trained as a chef, and he's like all these health and hygiene things, so he's very keen on, his kitchen looks like a surgical operating theatre, you know what I mean? He's very keen on things being super duper clean, yeah? So I'm afraid I'm just normal clean, you know, squirt, squirt, wipe, wipe, do, that'll do. You know, whereas he would be squirt, wipe everything, move everything. That's what I said, I was having hallucinations about, oh God, I've got to move that off the worktop. You've gone mad, what have you got this on the worktop for? What have you got that on the worktop for? God knows what, if he does come down the weekend, God knows what it'll look like. I won't be able to find anything. But never mind, it's all in a good cause. And I'm very, very grateful for my family for what they've been, you know, doing for me. So anyway, I'm going to go now and possibly take another sleep. Upload this, but if I haven't replied to you for any reasons whatsoever, please excuse me, because I just haven't been in the mood. I hope you understand. So I'll say, hopefully I'll see you Saturday, but maybe no, yeah. So I'll see you then. Bye now.